Hi, this is Jim, and I was retired. I'm on vacation down in Duck, North Carolina on the Outer Banks this week, and I came across this exhibit here. And I'm going to explain why I think this helps me describe a perspective on inflation in retirement. Stay tuned. The pole over there really describes surge effect down here on the shore. That blue is up to 3 feet. The yellow is 3 to 6 feet. 6 to 9 and over 9 feet would be in storm surge. How does this relate to inflation? Well, the government just released the PCE indicator for inflation, which is the Fed's preferred measure of inflation this morning. And it came in at 3.8%. year over year, which was a decline from the previous 4.4. Actually, they revised that down to 4.3. So that's good news. But the core PCE, which takes out food and energy, has actually been flat at about 4.7 to 4.6 for about 5 months now. And that is concerning because it means that the surge of inflation is still with us. So we really need to get inflation under control as retirees because so much of our income is either from a pension that maybe doesn't have a cost of living adjustment or our investments. And the faster that we get inflation below the 2% target, then the better off we will be. So we're about 3.8 now, and a year ago in June 22, we were all the way up at 7. So it has come down a lot in the last year, but is that enough for us retirees? 3.8 is still about twice what the 2% target should be. And more troubling is core. When you see the surge come in from inflation, it covers up a whole bunch of stuff. Now, as an example, they show you over here that 1 to 3 is hitting things that are above ground. 3 to 6 is like the first story of your house. 6 to 9 is got most of your house, and everything above 9 is the whole building. Now, CPI has always run higher than PCE, and CPI inflation hit 9, but PCE inflation only hit 7. But that is unprecedented PCE inflation, highest in many, many decades. And we're only seeing it come down gradually. We really need to get down below 2% for our retiree plans to work. Now, I have a 3% target average in my plan, and that's to be conservative. I really thought that we would be closer to 2% than 3% on the long run. But right now, 3.8 in the last 12 months is too high for inflation. And this poll shows that it covers, that surge of inflation covers too much of our retirement. One of the ways they're going to get inflation under control is the Fed needs to raise rates at least 2 more times. The Fed has made clear that's what's going to happen, but the market still doesn't believe it. They've priced in 1 hike at the end of July and then no more. That would bring the rate up to 5.5 for the terminal rate. But the FOMC has said that the terminal rate is going to be 5.62. So there's got to be 1 more hike to go in September, most likely. We'll see. That will decide when we get back into the right priced bonds in our retirement. Why do retirees care so much about inflation in retirement? Much of our income is not wage growth. We don't have jobs anymore, so we have to live on investments, pensions, and annuities. A lot of the pensions and annuities don't have a cost of living adjustment. Social Security does, which is why I favor using Social Security as a longevity insurance policy with a COLA, particularly if you don't have a COLA on much of your pension. In my case, I have a COLA upon about half of my pension. So Social Security longevity insurance with a COLA is the overriding factor in deciding when to file for Social Security. If I wanted to max out the piggy bank of Social Security, maybe I would use a Mike Piper approach. But for me, the longevity of insurance of filing at 70 and maxing out the benefits that I can provide to my survivor is the overriding perspective, because that will protect her from inflation too. Listen, I want to wish all of you a happy July 4th weekend coming up and into the holiday. Be safe, travel well. Hey, I should mention, please like and subscribe to this channel if you like entertaining ideas from a DIY retiree. And as always, I'll give you my standard warning. I am not a professional. I have no initials after my name. So take these as entertaining ideas from one educated consumer to another. Always do your own due diligence and seek out a professional if you need one. See you next week.